Good afternoon and welcome to How to Build More Confidence in Your Business. In business, you must exude confidence. Confidence, not arrogance. Customers want to buy from people that are confident about what they do. Great people want to work for people who are confident in what they are doing. And suppliers want to supply people who are confident in business. And finally, investors will only invest in people who are confident in what they do. This afternoon, I'll talk about three things. The challenges to leading your own business, the things that interfere with our confidence. Secondly, the actions, measures, and structures you can put in place to improve your business confidence. And finally, 10 steps you can take tomorrow to build your business confidence. All the material will be available, and I'm very happy to talk to people at the show or later about their individual challenges. Let's start our journey to more business confidence now. It's an exciting but individual challenge to run a successful business. It's exciting because it usually starts from a dream, an ambition, a passion to do what you enjoy, a burning desire to make a difference. These motivators are what drive us on. They get us out of bed in the morning. They are our anchors when it gets tough, and over time they become our identity, good or bad. How we approach our dream will define our outcome or legacy. Just think about the two statements. She made amazing pizza, or she thought she could make money out of pizza. Same goal, different approach, and a very different outcome. Running a business can also at times feel very lonely. The buck always stops with us, or at least that's how it can feel. Constant decisions to make on our own, people to manage, plans to develop and adhere to, more competition, increased regulation, rising costs, and constant self-doubt as to whether we are really doing as well as we could. It can not only feel lonely, it can feel overwhelming. In the words of the great Charles M. Schulz, there is no heavier burden than an unfulfilled potential. So what can we do about it? Most businesses are started by people with a passion for a profession or a passion for making money. Not many businesses are started by people with a passion for running a business. The skills you brought into your business are not the only skills you need to run this business successfully. We all need to either constantly develop our skills or source additional skills. We need very quickly to adopt a strategy of cognitive ignorance, or know what we don't know. And we need to be really harsh with ourselves. Are we really proficient or not? Do we know enough to get by, or would greater knowledge and skills make a difference? I am a business consultant. I can help you with many aspects of your business. I cannot help you on employment law, exporting, or PR. I just don't know enough, but I know someone who does. Do not fear our skill shortfalls. Just know them, take action on them, and enjoy the fun of working with real experts. But who are the real experts we should listen to? Advice is abundant. How do we know who is right? Business advice is almost always generic. The challenge is applying it specifically to our business and indeed our particular challenge. Business models have changed, and they are changing, and they will always change. Value was once profit, then clicks, then customers, and now the highest valued company in the world is measured against its performance versus its plan, not its profits. The absolute certainty is uncertainty. Advice will change. Nearly all advice is helpful. However, we should all use three questions when seeking or taking advice. Is it pertinent to me? Will it help me progress? Is the price less than the benefit? If the answer to all three is yes, this sounds like great advice. Making progress through advice only happens when we are confident to challenge ourselves and our business. Challenging others is easy. Challenging yourself is harder. Not everybody challenges themselves or their work every day. We're not always right about what we know, never mind what we don't know. We need to all get much more comfortable using our ears and not our mouths. Self-challenge can feel uncomfortable. However, as the great Ken Blanchard said, feedback is the breakfast of champions. Challenge is a mindset we need to nurture and develop. Test yourself. How often does somebody give you feedback on your performance or your business performance? Did you understand it, consider it, and act on it? We almost need to take it a stage further. We need to feel uncomfortable without challenge. Why? Because your competitors do. Feeling comfortable with challenge is one part of the right mindset for running a business, but what about the rest of our mindset? What percentage of your day do you feel motivated, sure, focused, inspired, or proud of your business? These are some, not all, of the components of building confidence in your business. Motivation is the dream, the passion, the outcome, the goal. Is it still there? Is it still the same? Does it still mean the same? Do you know it? Being sure is knowing what to do to achieve your dream. This can change and needs to be under constant review, but being sure each day is a huge step to confidence. Focused is feeling effective, achieving outcomes, usually versus time or cost. Inspired is that wonderful feeling of euphoria, usually when we're mentally and physically feeling great. It's when we want to tackle the biggest challenges. Proud of our business is how we feel when your people, our customers, our suppliers and investors give us positive feedback. We can only feel pride when others give us evidence. Hello again. Up to this point, I have talked about the challenges, the things that interfere with our business confidence. I've done this very, very deliberately. And it's to show that we all have them. Everyone has them. Everybody has different challenges. It's normal. It's incredibly normal in business to be dealing with all of these challenges. The good news is we can deal with them. No matter how different they are individually, we can deal with all of them. And the first step is admitting which challenges you have, the things that you need to deal with that are interfering with your confidence. So I'm guessing that we're not all sitting there 100% confident, 100% motivated, 100% sure, 100% inspired. So let's start. Where do we begin? Let's go back to your beginning of your business. The first step is to remember or clarify why we're doing this. The passion for the subject, ambition, a lifestyle for you or your family, money, a job for you, or just an income. Whatever it was or is it still the same? Have we written it down? Do we need to write it down? Is it the thing that motivates us as much as our partner, family, hobby, politics? If it doesn't, is this what we really want to do? To spend 40% of our time on earth and risk our money doing? Nobody has ever achieved anything without a vision and goals. If the outcome and performance of our business does not really matter to us, we should do something different. My business is going to improve the lives of 5,000 business people in the next 5 years. Let my kids see the world and let me spend time with my family. So now we're really clear why we're doing this. More energized and motivated in what we do next. Next, develop a clear structure for our business. What is it we do? I've used 2 examples here, furniture retail and construction, looking at each one in turn. In furniture retail, we buy bits, design and produce furniture, sell furniture, deliver furniture, and fix furniture. In construction, we tender for business, sell or win business, construct the building, survey the building, and get paid. The reason for deconstructing our business like this is to understand what we've got to be good at to give us a good business, a business we're confident in. From here, we can look at all of the components that impact each part of our business. In our role, we've developed a structure that can be adapted and applied to every business. We call it the 6P model. It was developed through experience and research and actually using it to improve the performance of many businesses. The structure breaks down every business into 6 key components: people, plan, product, processes, profits, and performance. These are the components that together combine to decide how well our business performs. If I looked at the retail example, people and processes are critical to every part of the business. Every part could benefit from a plan, and performance in each area will determine the overall performance of the company. It is then simple to look at the factors that might impact your performance in each area. Let's start with people, my favourite. Every business starts and finishes with people. From suppliers, leaders, employees, shareholders and customers. They are the most important parts to every business. The challenge is we're all different, with different aspirations, values and opinions. We need to blend this wonderful lot of different ingredients together to make a great performing team. So how do we do it? Well, we can start with some structure to look at how we're managing people. What is it we're trying to achieve? How are we going to work together? Are we talking together? How are we motivated to do the right thing? Do I know what I'm meant to do? Are we developing as fast as our market? Do we have the right skills? Are we measuring, directing and controlling? Are we exhibiting the right behaviours? And how are we performing as people? This may seem a lot of questions, but they're fundamental to great people, team and company performance. Taking a structured approach to people will deliver more confident people and a higher performing organisation. And there is a bonus. This structured approach to understanding people can be applied to multiple audiences. You, your team, your customers, your suppliers and your shareholders. It really does work. If you're ever having challenges with customers, suppliers or shareholders, then use the same structure to try and understand the root cause of the challenge. I challenge you to do it later today when you're having a drink or a cup of coffee. But there is one critical rule you must never ever forget. Focus on yourself first. You cannot serve others unless you're in a good condition. There's no better example than the airline announcement. When the mask appears, please secure your mask and then attend to your children. It is so true. So now we've established where we are and what we're going to do regarding ourselves and our people. If you remember, one of the very first critical factors was direction. So what is our plan? Most businesses start with a plan and then refer to it less and less, except with those really challenging shareholders. Yes, that good old word challenge. Our business plan should be our guide, our measures of progress, our help and our reference when things start to change. So what does a good one look like? As I said, this should be our plan and guide. It is something that we are in total control of, so make it good and make it useful. Take time. We really recommend that you examine many areas in detail. Why are we doing it? What are we doing? How are we going to do it? When are we doing things? What exactly and precisely are we going to do? Who's going to do it? How much does it cost? How much will I make? What are the risks? How are we going to measure it? And how will we know if we're doing it well or badly? It's so easy to either invest in a time and a plan and not use it, or get lost and not invest and get lost anyway. Invest the time. Use it to direct, drive and measure progress. Confidence comes from progress. Great plans and great companies need great products. So how do you know if you've got great products? A great product creates cheering customers forever. We must only ever think of our product as great. That's great in the mind of our customers. Unfortunately for them, our competition. If we aspire to be anything less, then we'll fall short and miss out on the opportunities of more customers, more sales and higher margin. So it's important that we look at our products forensically. What is the need that our product is meeting? What is the solution to the need? What is the competition? How do we differentiate? What level of service do we give our customers versus their expectation? What are our prices and how do they compare? What are our costs and do they go up or down? And could we have more products similar to the ones we have to expand our market? And how is this product performing? The products of our businesses usually stem from our original passion, so this is usually one of our strengths, but it needs structure to give confidence in the ability of the product to delight customers. Next, we come to an area of our business which is not always our strength. No products change hands without processes. Every business has multiple processes, and they all need to work well, if not brilliantly. Typical processes are marketing, sales, production, distribution, logistics, maintenance. We recommend that you look at every process individually, but in the same way. What is it doing? Where does it start and finish? What is it trying to achieve? Who is accountable? What are the measures of success? Who else is doing it and how well? What does the customer say about the process? How do you manage it? Do you have the right skills for the process? Is the process getting better over time? And how precisely is it performing? It's at this point that we all go, whoa, there's a lot to know and a lot to do. The most important point to know is where we're starting and that we have a structure to work through to develop our competence even more. Our rate of development will be based on the opportunity and the resources. All processes cost, so this is probably the most apt time to talk about developing confidence in your profits. Finances are no longer straightforward, and I suspect the recent trends will change again. Business value is no longer determined by our profits, although a plan to profit is still important. It is therefore vital to examine what business finances you are actually important to you. Is it creating value, meeting an investment plan, profit and loss, cash, income, investing wisely, or transforming costs? But irrespective of what is important, how you look at it is still the same. You can apply a structure to do it. Cash, is it positive? How are you generating income? How are you reducing costs? How are you reducing debt? Are you investing wisely and astutely? Have you controls in place? Are you minimizing stock? Are you planning in advance? Are you mitigating risk? Are you even planning for risk? And then lastly, how are you actually performing financially? We've now looked at the structures that can help you assess the performance in your company and be more confident in the success of your company. Finally, I would like to talk about performance itself. And this is really a note, or something as a note to self for constant referral. Performance is an ethos, a never-ending journey. We know where we start, and we need to know where we're going. We have decided our strategy. We know what actions we are going to take. We are measuring our progress. We are following a process. We have engaged all the appropriate people. We are developing our skills. And we will measure, understand, act, measure again. We have looked at structures to help you develop and grow your confidence. I would now like to pass on a few simpler tips to help with confidence. Confidence comes from challenge. The more you challenge yourself and your business, the more confident you'll become. Create goals, enable outcomes, establish a challenge and performance ethos. Creating constant, exciting challenge and enjoying performance will make you feel much more confident. And remember, focus one makes the biggest difference to your business, even if it's way outside your comfort zone. Do not focus on what's the easiest, what's the quickest, what's the cheapest. In business, people fill over 70% of the day with what's easiest, quickest, cheapest and comfortable. This is why over 70% of businesses fail in the first 5 years. Be confident because you're doing the right things. Aim high. Do not settle for any less. Understand the true value of your goal. Goals are vital. They're vital for everybody, for engagement, for alignment, for focus, for getting out of bed. Aiming high is particularly true when talking about process performance. We are all far too laid back about accepting of poor process performance. Aim to do that process the best in any industry, not your industry, not a single competitor. Aim to be the best. It is also important when aiming high that we help ourselves and we aim high ourselves. We need to address inhibitors. They stop us making progress and perform well. They also drain our confidence. The most common inhibitors are fear, confidence, imposter syndrome, skills, and investment. Let's deal with the difficult ones first. Fear, confidence, and the imposter syndrome are similar but complex and need real detailed understanding per individual. There is not a single answer. The challenge is personal and the solution is personal. In my experience, This is where leaders are needed most of all. Show patience, help, understanding and support. Mentors are a great support here. There is also a great material out there, and I'm very happy to point people in the direction of great aids to help these. Finally, skills and investment. The good news is these are all within our own control. Do you want this goal or not? What is it worth and what will it cost? It's simple. Don't dither, do it. So we are now challenging, we're aiming high, we're addressing the inhibitors, but how do we implement all this change? Keep it simple. In nearly every instance, building business confidence needs engagement and cooperation. Complexity is unnecessary and off-putting. Create clarity with facts, give direction with answers and actions, have control with a process. Clarity plus direction plus control equals confidence. And now to my final tip. Don't stop. Keep challenging, keep performing, keep building process. Establish the habit. Challenge is now an exciting way of life. From comfort with challenge comes confidence. Hi, it's me again. We've covered a lot of material so far, so let's just recap what we've covered. We've talked about the challenges that we face every day that interfere with our business confidence. We've talked about the structures, measures and actions we can take to build our business confidence. We've also covered the ways and things I do to build my business confidence. However, the challenge is now, how do I make you do something different tomorrow? What is going to make you leave this discussion and actually change? So I've taken all the material so far and distilled it down into 10 steps on one page. But before we go through that 10-step plan, let's remind ourselves of the goal and the equation for success. Clarity plus direction plus control equals confidence. And here are the 10 steps to build your confidence in your business starting from tomorrow. Step 1. Acknowledge you're feeling disappointed, frustrated, disillusioned, tired or bored. 2. Revisit the why, what and how for your business. 3. Create a simple structure for your business. 4. Establish how you're performing and why, the facts. 5. Clarify what you could do better, who does it best and how. 6. Prioritize what actions make the biggest difference to your business. 7. Aim high, set your goals, don't settle for second best. 8. Remove all those inhibitors. 9. Establish a process and a mindset that constantly drives challenge and change. And 10. Just don't stop. Challenge yourself continually and continue to build your confidence. Go for it. Build your confidence, reach for the skies. Everyone can be great and confident at a business. And finally, I hope you found today thought-provoking and useful. More than that, I hope it stimulates you to do something different. It is so easy to be frustrated, disappointed, uncomfortable, unmotivated with your business. Don't take the easy option. It's much more rewarding, but harder to be confident about your business. Do it, and do it tomorrow. If you need any help, I'm Fergus Crockett, and contact us at developingbusinessperformance.com. Thank you.